program at the Needham Public Library. Their common interest, near-death experiences, what they call NDEs.
It's called the Greater Boston International Association for Near-Death Studies, or Bostonians for short. So if you need to reach me, you can call me now. But
Andrea Kerwitz founded this chapter 11 years ago.
We had 3 people at the meeting on the first time. Now we're up to 50 regular people coming to the meetings over the last 11 years. So it's grown quite a bit, and I call it a spiritual family. People find us when they need us.
Kerwitz was inspired to form the group not long after her own NDE, which happened in the wake of a major car accident. Her description of the experience, similar to thousands of others.
There's no space and time. Suddenly you're in this void, but yet it's not a void. It's another dimension, if you will, of who we are. You've left your physical body, and you are your pure, authentic self, your soul, your spirit. I would call it the afterlife, where God. What I always say is home. It's home. It's where we go.
I certainly had the bluish-white light and the feeling of absolute love and absolute peace.
The guest at this month's meeting comes by way of Skype. He is Dr. Tony Sikoria, an orthopedic surgeon from upstate New York. His NDE came after being struck by lightning some 20 years ago.
I have access to areas now that I didn't have access to before. And
Sikoria's experience was similar to what others describe, but what happened to him just days after was unique. He became obsessed with classical piano music, hearing full scores in his head. He immediately set out to learn to play piano and to write the music that came to him. Over the past 2 decades, he's become what many regard as a concert-level musician. This is his Lightning Sonata. Andrea Kerwitz says, like Dr. Sikoria, most experiencers find themselves profoundly changed after their brush with death. For many, it starts with a major shift in religious beliefs.
Many people become less religious, and they're more spiritual. They just don't believe in organized religion.
The experience for me really moved me towards more spirituality in the way of being able to understand what I went through.
Aviva Schmuckler, also a member of the Boston Near-Death Group, had an NDE more than 30 years ago. It was after a severe bicycle accident on Cape Cod. She found herself in an ultra-lush garden, communicating non-verbally with a guide. There was the light and love so common to experiencers. Schmuckler says she's able to get back to that garden through meditation.
I have constantly been able to recover the imagery of that garden. And the imagery has helped me be able to really relax and be able to recover that sense of peace and love. If I really meditate with that image in my head, then I can really recover that light. This is wonderful.
The experience also led her to a new profession. She's now activities director at a nursing home, a place where end-of-life issues come up frequently among residents and families.
I try to express to them that, that not only their experience, but that, that their parent will move into a better space for themselves without pain, with love around them.
Many of these experiencers say they've also found new missions in life. The common theme, a real urge to help others.
For me, it was a tap on the shoulder. And for my work going forward, it's part of who I am now. People stand up and they say to me, this is my church. And that's what keeps me going, because I realize they're getting something from it.
And so far, what everybody's been describing is beautiful, a place they don't want to leave, but not for everyone, right?
The vast majority describe it like that, but there is a small group that says they experience something that's emotionally painful. They feel alone in a void. They feel